I know what you're thinking. Do you really make enough income to qualify for a mortgage? Of course you do. I'm Mark McInerney, President and CEO of CodeMart Financial. Welcome to this episode of Mortgage Money Genius, where we teach realtors, just like you, how to get more referrals, become superstar agents, and double your commission. How? By teaching you the realtor code and also making you Jedis and ninjas inside of the mortgage game too. Today we're going to talk about income with the beautiful, brilliant business development manager of Fidelity National Title, right over here, Nicole Goulet. Sit back, relax. 3, 2, 1. Off we go.
I just wanna be your superstar, 'cause it's not where you are, it's where you are.
Okay, now welcome. Now you see who the prop master was over here, right? Let's kind of put that down. Let's put that under this guy. This guy is going to get a lot of play here today. So again, thank you for joining us. We've been talking about pre-qualification, pre-approval, credit, down payment. Now we're here on income. And today we're going to talk with Nicole Goulet and put her in the hot seat and qualify her income and basically run her through the entire pre-approval process. Nicole, how are you today?
Good, how are you, Mark?
Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so as I said, we've been talking about with, real estate agents to, help them pre-qualify and pre-approve their buyers, right? And it's so imperative, right? Especially before they end up closing at your awesome office.
Correct.
So I've been telling them that they have to have credit, down payment, and income. And since you're here, I figured let's use you as an example in terms of like what income might look like, because what's great is she's got a combination of income. The things that add those layers of complexity, because you're paid how?
Salary plus commission.
Okay, so we heard salary plus commission. Might need to loosen up my tie for this one. So, all right, tell us.
Yes.
And mind you, we're not going to put out there how rich she actually is, but let's go ahead and get a general idea. What do professionals like you in your position, what is like the average base income you would earn?
I would say in our market approximately 75, 80 average.
Okay.
For base commission.
And with the commission, what can you earn?
If you're good out of the gate first year, double. Yeah.
So, okay. So now let's take a quick little pivot here and let's just take a little side note of what this actually means. What we've got here is a base income, and we also have commission income. Now, the reason why we're trying to figure this out, because guess what? If she's saying that she's got a base income of, we'll go ahead and just round up and call it $80,000. Now, she can double that and also make another $80,000 in commission. Well, guess what? Someone that qualifies with the 80 is going to afford a much different house than someone that qualifies essentially with 160. So we will further pre-qualify here, Miss Nicole, to figure out maybe where her budget is, and what is she thinking, right? Because she might really want something really fancy, and we're going to have to dig in a little deeper here. So let's get back to that. Okay, so how long have you been working for Fidelity National Title?
It will be 2 years this November.
2 years. Okay, another little pivot. So remember, the underwriters are going to look to collect 2 years of any type of income, okay? Now here's worth noting, guys, that if there's base income and commission, she has to be in 2 years of earning the commission, because underwriting guidelines say that how do they qualify what that commission is without having some sort of track record? 1 year isn't good enough, because 1 year she could have done stellar. She also could have not maybe done so great, especially if she was just starting out, right? That's something that you experience as well. Your first year of real estate is really cutting your teeth, back to eating ramen noodles and things like that. But your second year, you're gaining the traction. It's no different than over here from Miss Nicole. So the fact that she's like right there, let's go ahead and give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she is making $160,000. We're saying we're about $160,000, okay? Using that as an example. I've taught the agents as they watch that a very general calculation that they can do is take the gross annual household income, multiply that by 3, and that is typically the purchasing price of what they could qualify for. So, drum roll. How much of a house are you interested in purchasing?
Outside the loop, $350.
Well, we're safe. She said $350, right? Because, well, 80 plus 80, 160 times 3. Well, she's smart, of course, and also very budget conscientious, that she can afford well within what that 3 times multiplier would be. Now, let's take a minute and stop. Let's just say she said she was almost at 2 years. Let's just rewind and say we caught Miss Nicole a year ago when she was just 1 year into it, and now there isn't $160,000 of income, there's only $80,000 of income. At $80,000 of income, because the underwriters will qualify 3 times of that amount, that now only gets her to about $240,000. Could she still qualify for the $350,000 house? Take a moment to think about that. So could she qualify for $350,000 if she only makes 80 times 3? That's $240,000. Let's go back and see how much money Miss Nicole has. How much money do you think you would want to put down?
$100,000.
So, you see, not only is she beautiful, brilliant, and apparently very baller-like, see, I'm just using the B's, she could actually qualify in this case because that calculation that I tell you of the times 3 is, sure, we can say the sales price, but it could also be the loan amount because, heck, I could get her $1 million house if she's willing to put down the other $700,000+. And if she's got that, well, kudos to her. And also kudos to us because we can pre-approve that. Tell you what, guys, next time we will have Miss Nicole come in here to talk more inside the game of title. But today she was such a great sport to help us out on her income. And gentlemen, I will not be putting her phone number down here. Do not direct message me. And this is not Match.com. You cannot swipe on this. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay. So take a moment to look over these slides just to get an idea of the income and then what that would afford her in terms of what she could qualify for. And let's not forget that even in a worst case scenario, it's not the end of the world if she doesn't get to qualify with the commissions, but we also were able to factor in what we discussed last time, and that was the down payment. Now, are you feeling that you're one with the Force? Because remember, I said you were going to be a Jedi inside of this. And it's a little bit like that scene in The Matrix where Neo wakes up after being plugged up and he's like, I know Kung Fu. You, my friend, are getting very close to being that ninja of a loan officer. What might you be thinking about, Mark? Well, you'll just have to continue to watch. But I'll tell you what, in the meantime, do me a favor, would you? Like, comment, and share this. Share this with those colleagues of yours that you want to maybe spar on some of that loan officer ninja-like game. And in the meantime, while you're working on being that superstar, remember that when you become a superstar agent and you work with a superstar mortgage partner, then those clients that we share together get to have a superstar experience. I'm Mark McInerney, President and CEO of Code Mark Financial. This has been Mortgage Money Genius.